Ascension is the first book in what author Daniel Poirier hopes will be a series of zombie apocalypse novels. He's joining us this morning to tell us about the book, and this is your first book, right?
Very first one.
And what was the process like for you to write this?
A very long, difficult process. I mean, I've been a huge zombie fan since I was a kid. Since like Night of the Living Dead, Return of the Living Dead, now The Walking Dead. I'm actually not just TV show, but comic book fan as well of that. And I figured after failing on a first attempt at a book, I'd write about something I really like. And, you know, zombies are like one of the things I've been into since a kid, so why not?
So tell us a little bit about the story of Dead Ascension.
It's based on a family of 4 brothers, the Emerson brothers. And the main character, Dominic, wakes up one morning and realizes what's happened. And the first book is mainly just Dominic trying to find his family and get them to a safe place, just to start out, because, I mean, that should be the first thing that you try and do, because you're never really safe in a situation like that. But it's got a great deal of, you know, some action, gory stuff, but I did make it a little funny, because I based it off of my brothers and me, because I have 3 brothers, and what we would do in that situation. So there is a lot of comedy to it.
Do you think that will draw some new fans into the whole zombie apocalypse kind of thing by having that humor in there?
I hope so, because I think it brings more of like a personal level to it, because, I mean, it's not just like, hey, these people are stranded, what's going to happen, you know? It's more of like, you guys have actual personalities, and you see how they react with one another, and they try to take it not too seriously, but I mean, it is a serious situation for them. But it's got some great jokes in it, and you can definitely visualize the characters and how they've come to bond with one another, and like how strong love is between them, and everything like that.
Now, why do you think that, you know, zombies and the apocalypse it's such a huge thing? I mean, you mentioned, The Walking Dead, the comic books.
I've actually read online not too long ago, it's like a multi-billion-dollar industry right now in the U.S. I don't know. It's just one of those things that's really hit the pop culture media and just taken off.
Well, and for you, I guess personally, what's the interest for you?
For me, it's really just a subject that I've really grown with as far as like movie genres go. It's always been there. There's always movies about it, and my brothers and I always talk about it, like, you know, what would you do, or like, what would we do, where would we go, what kind of zombies would it be, I mean, is this real? And I just figured, you know what, let's take a crack at it, we'll write a book about it.
And this is the first book, but you're hoping that there's going to be more. More, hopefully.
I'm working on a sequel right now. I got a few chapters written. Most of the book is outlined. I think it's going to be a better quality, but just because, you know, this is my very first one, it's got a little bit of a couple mistakes in it still, but, you know, that's all right. It's my very first
one. It's a learning process.
Yes, exactly.
Well, and I can't imagine that writing a book is easy.
No, very difficult. 2.5 years went into working on that one, and hopefully it doesn't take that long for the sequel, but it might. It's a very difficult process.
You had to do a lot of research for this?
Research, yes, a lot of research. I've actually gone to places to like actually visualize a location. Like they go to a store to get like equipment to help them survive and stuff like that. I wanted to actually make sure it was very real in the book so you could visualize it. I'm very detail oriented with that.
Great. Well, we want to remind people, you have a book signing coming up.
I do.
Wednesday, June 18th, so that's this upcoming Wednesday, 7 o'clock at the Barnes & Noble in DeWitt. And you're also going to have a Q&A followed by the book signing. So people will get to check it out and ask you some questions there.
That's right. There'll be a short talk. And then a Q&A and a book sign.
Great. Well, Daniel, thanks for being here, and congratulations on your first book, and we hope to see you for many more.
Thank you so much for having me here. This is so cool.
Thanks. Coming up next.